All right, people. Oscar nominations are among us. They are announcing those nominations tomorrow morning, y'all. Feels like it's been forever. I feel like every award season, it just gets like, feels like it's longer and longer before we get to the nominations. I don't know why it just feels longer and longer every single year, but we're going to have some fun today, y'all. We're going to tier list out our nominations for, or excuse me, our predictions for nominations tomorrow morning, guys. And come on back tomorrow morning, too, for a live reaction. But I'm here with my good friend and Oscar expert himself. Yes, I call him an Oscar expert, okay? Expert, Jesus. My man, ChillyBoy, Larry. What's going on, bro? How are you?
Hey, we are back. You're right. It's another award season. They do feel like they're getting pushed back, right? I feel like it at least used to be early January when these nominations were dropped. Here we are, dang near almost February. But we're here, and I'm excited to talk about these predictions with you tonight.
Yes, I can't wait to talk about these predictions. And we were talking before the stream, and it feels like something crazy is going to happen tomorrow. Just some kind of Andrea Riseborough. And I just.
Ooh. Oh. Leo, I can't currently hear you.
Is it me? Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, yep. You're back.
Okay, cool. I think I somehow accidentally went on mute.
Oop!
But
Everybody
man,
on mute.
yeah, it was me. It was me, y'all. But what's going on, Jacoby, Leo the Lizard, and Larry the Lobster from SpongeBob?
All
iHeart
right.
had a pretty unpopular one here to start us off. Lily Gladstone making it in supporting and not lead. Oof, that'd be a rough morning. Rough morning, that's for sure.
That
But
would be
y'all,
wild.
let us know your prediction down in the comments as we're going. Now, every single square here, unfortunately, is in alphabetical order and not category order. Thanks a
Oop.
lot, tier list, tiermaker.com. But anyway, every single one we go down, we're going to say whether we think it's a locked in nomination, likely, unsure, unlikely, or an absolutely, definitely not. Some of these I will 100% admit I'm unsure about. So I'm definitely leaning on Larry to know a little bit more than me. But some of them I'm 100% unsure, and I will just straight up put it unsure. So as we're going on, guys, of course, let us know your thoughts down in the comments. But we are starting off with 20 Days in Mariupol, which I think has a pretty good shot at making international lineup. Larry, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I think so as well. International, it's always tough. It's really tough this year because most of the international winners so far have gone to Anatomy of a Fall,
I
which
know.
France did not nominate for. They did not submit as their official nomination. So it's hard to gauge this year because the one that's been sweeping this category and all the precursors will not, in fact, be nominated at the Oscars. So fun times. But yeah, I think I would maybe go with likely for this one.
Okay, you're gonna
Um
go likely.
yeah, but it's a hesitant likely because the international always likes to throw in at least a curveball. There's a few of these branches that like to just do something really crazy. It's the documentary branch always pulls some mess the morning of.
There's
And
always
the
something.
international, yeah, international too, I feel like usually at least pulls out some mess, but I feel like it's likely.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the same thing. I actually am going to go ahead and lock that one in. I think that one's
Oh.
probably going to make it. And then we'll just move right over to Air for Best Picture. And I'm going with the definitely not. Air has no steam. Air hasn't really been nominated. Nothing's happening with Air, which is weird because it came swinging out the gate in the beginning of the year. Everybody's like, oh my God, there's going to be Viola Davis. Da, 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 da. Nothing. We've heard virtually nothing since then. And I haven't even seen Air itself nominated for it. Anything, I don't think. I mean, unless I'm missing some
Yeah.
random Golden Globe or something, it hasn't been in any list. So it's a definitely not for me. How you feeling, Larry?
Yeah, I did get in at the Golden Globes, but that's pretty much
That's
it.
right. Yeah.
So I am also going to put definitely not when it comes to Air. Yeah, it just doesn't have any kind of buzz. It doesn't even have like a actor that's in the race anywhere. It doesn't, they're not even like pushing screenplay very well. So it's a no. Sorry, Air. No.
Oh, Tyler with the Amazon isn't even about that campaigning life, except if it's Saltburn.
Oop. Oop.
And G. Kobe
Yeah.
with a question here. Coleman's on for actor and supporting. So supporting Color Purple and then actor Rustin. So that's why he's on there twice. But next up, we've got Alexander Payne,
Oh.
holdovers. How we feeling, Larry?
Well, here's a hot take. So maybe not depending on his actual directing, but on him by and large, I wish we could give Alexander Payne the boot and replace him with a woman in our Oscar final because I think it's always fitting to, replace accused, likely sexual assaulters with women in categories such as this. But, it's just alleged at this point. But he's in. So I'm actually going to put locked for Alexander Alexander Payne. He's in. The Holdovers is going to perform very, very well. His picture by and large is going to perform very, very well. So I'm gonna just have to grit it and bear it like we do often with these people that get all this recognition, unfortunately.
Ugh, there's always some problematic asshole in here that just like
Always.
get them out of here, man. Like if I don't even care if you accused, you're out. Like just come on, that should be the rule. But yeah, I'm with you. It's a locked in. I mean, holdovers and Oppenheimer, the two dueling it out for Best Picture right now. So I feel like it's an absolute lock that the two directors locked right in with the two of them. So
Yeah.
and immediately I really like the holdovers and the cast that's in the film.
Yeah, I like the Holdovers, all except that director.
Amen. What's going on, Amanda? Said Amazon slept on air. Poor Benjamin. Yeah, he done.
Yeah, it's over.
Yep, it's over. And then John Lee with the air release too early. Yeah, it came out which Past Lives did too, but air ain't gonna keep the steam.
Yeah.
Disappeared into thin air is what it should be called. But anyway, we'll move
Ooh,
on
woo!
to All of Us Strangers for Best Picture. Which okay, so I think this should be nominated. And man, did it clean up at the BAFTAs with that, except for Andrew Scott. What a weird
I was
leave
so
out with
mad.
that round. I was like, oh, okay. Very
Oh
weird to
my
leave that out.
goodness.
But this didn't get a Golden Globe nom, did it? Like, I don't think it's gotten anything
Mm-mm.
else. Made it onto the BAFTA, and that's it. So I hate to put it here because I love the movie and I thought it was so emotionally resounding, and I really loved both performances. Paul Mescal and Andrew Scott were amazing, like phenomenal. And not to mention even Claire Foy was great. I mean, the whole cast was phenomenal in this film. For Best Picture, I'm going Unlikely. Move that down. Going Unlikely just because it just hasn't shown up anywhere. Maybe screenplay, but I'm just so much less confident in saying it'll be on the Best Picture lineup. How you feel, Larry?
Yeah, if you saw my top 10 of the year, you'll know I loved All of Us Strangers as well. And Andrew Scott deserves so much better from the BAFTAs, particularly. Oh, that was really wild for them to love the film like they did and not nominate Andrew Scott. That was crazy. But
Crazy.
maybe okay, I'm gonna give it a little bit of grace like you did, because I was leaning toward definitely not, but I think it has a slightly better chance than something like Air does. Like, it's a little bit
Yeah.
more, it at least got the BAFTA, it showed up a little bit at the Golden Globes for Andrew
Mhm.
Scott. It's at least been in the conversation. Andrew High was at the BAFTAs, so I'll put in Unlikely. I think it's very unlikely at this point, but there's still, a semblance of hope just floating out there somewhere.
Somewhere, like, just put it in there. It's such a
Far off in the
phenomenal
distance. Yeah. Yeah. I know.
John Lee says thinks All of Us Strangers released too late. Yeah, it was a little late there, but I mean that's the same with Iron Claw. Like, there's a few of them that just unfortunately came out
American
way too late.
Fiction. American Fiction seems to be the only one that probably is going to overcome that, because all these other ones with these horrible release schedules are just really, I think they're coming up a little bit blank Oscar morning, except
Yeah,
American Fiction. But
blanked. I'm gonna go to you for America Ferrera, supporting actress.
okay, supporting actress is a tough one for me right now. It's uh, I don't know. It's just been so all over the place in the lead ups. I think, of course, we have a few that are locks at this point, but when it comes down to those final two spots for this, it's really kind of a toss up. America really only has the critics' choice, but then she also got to make that speech, and everybody was loving that speech. There's going to be a lot of love for Barbie as well,
Mhm.
but I'm going to keep America in I'm gonna put her in unsure, just because I wouldn't be stunned if America Ferrera gets in. It wouldn't be like a huge shock to me. So that's where I'm gonna put her is unsure, because I think she could sneak in, but she's not in my personal 5 right now. So yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard because she had like basically zero steam. I mean, just not really anything. And then she had that speech. What was that? CCA that was very, very good. So I feel like that could
It,
possibly pull some votes in. I'm a little unsure as well, but you know what? Just to make it a little different, I'm gonna put her in likely. Just to make it a little different,
oh,
I'm gonna switch it up a little bit here. I think that maybe the Academy, while the Golden Globes kind of patted Barbie on the back, maybe the Academy will come around and think a little higher of Barbie instead of just giving them the most
okay.
popular movie award. But you know what? I'm mostly with you. I just wanted to make things a little bit different. I was like, well, I'll go likely on America.
Yeah. Yeah, right now she's on the outside looking in for mine. I have her at like 6-ish in my
Yeah.
list, 6 or 7. So I'm like, oh, I don't think she's. We'll see though, but I won't be shocked if she does.
So G Colby with the hot take. I liked America
Ooh.
Ferrera. She was good, but I think they're nominating her for the monologue. She was good, but not Oscar worthy. Yeah, I mean that monologue is it.
Uh-huh.
Like, I mean that truly is like the most powerful part of, for her in the film. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's some truth to that. We'll go to American Fiction next, and I've got this locked in for Best Picture. I think it's gonna make it there. I think Wright's an actor. Funny enough, I actually, what's going on, Arthur? So I'm talking about Iron Claw's bad campaign, horrible campaign. Funny enough, American
Horrible.
Fiction does not have a campaign barely at all, and somehow it's eking its way into every list and every little. I think American Fiction's there. That and Wright are the two I have locked in. I would have loved to see Sterling K. Brown, but I don't know that I can call him a lock. Kind of an outside looking in
Yeah.
for me right now. But American Fiction been doing well. Where you
Yeah.
at?
Yeah, American Fiction has pretty much hit everywhere it needed to hit, except, of course, the BAFTAs didn't put American Fiction in, but it got the Producers Guild. Once it got in at Producers PGA, I was pretty set on American Fiction, but it got that. It got a Golden Globe. It's even in for SAG. It got in for Ensemble for
That's
SAG.
right.
So
Yeah.
I agree. I don't think their campaign has been the best either, and their rollout campaign has actually been terrible. The way that they released this film, it wasn't even that they did that roll out for American Fiction, it's that they
Right.
just weren't giving updates. It just wasn't like, when is it coming out to other cities? We didn't know what was going on. They did like a mystery movie with Regal in December, but then just it disappeared off the face of the earth. I will say,
What?
maybe this is a hot take. I think that um, guilt is part of the reason American Fiction um didn't need the campaign. Is once they saw it, they knew this aimed directly at me. And so yeah, and I'm not mad at it. Again, if you watched my top 10 movies of the year, my top 23 is what I did. You'll know I loved American Fiction. So I'm happy. I'm happy. It's a lock. It's getting in for Best Picture.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely in, man. It's just making the rounds. And yeah, I think you bring up a good point. I think some people saw that and was like, oh, yeah, guilty. And yeah, that's really propelling a lot of steam for it because, yeah, this isn't like you were saying. I've had people asking, like, when is this coming out? I've got UK friends who have no idea when it's coming out. Like, it's like, release the movie, just drop it, man. I mean, people are still asking
Yeah.
when this is coming out. So just a weird one. And I'm just now realizing I forgot to include Iron Claw on this, but damn it, that's all right.
Ooh.
Hot take, even though I do have American Fiction for Best Picture and Actor, I wasn't that big a fan of it.
Oh.
Now, I heart no, it's no worries. We respect all opinions here. But we're gonna keep on moving, folks. We've got Sandra Hewler. This one for Anatomy of a Fall. So best actress. What are you thinking, Lily? I'm
Okay.
a little unsure on her personally.
So I know that people are really hyped about her right now for Anatomy of a Fall. I'm gonna be honest. I know this is a hot take for sure. I would not put her in the 5. I'm sorry. I know she has a
Oh,
ton of like people are all about it. They're like Sandra Hüller in or we riot type of stuff is what I'm seeing all across social media. There's a couple of actresses of color that I think might get pushed out of there that I would put in over Hewler personally, and we'll get to them, I'm sure. As for what it's a tough race right now. So obviously she missed SAG, which is kind of a big like, what's going on? But she's got BAFTA, she got the Golden Globe, she got the Critics' Choice. Uh I think I'm gonna put her in likely. I think Sandra ultimately is gonna get in, but you won't find me upset if somehow she misses tomorrow morning. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, I'm a little bit more on the unsure part because I feel like actress is such a stacked field this year. And listen, maybe I know this is asking too much, especially I love me some Anjanou Ellis. What if she does end up getting a spot? I mean, it's just the recent
Yo.
origin stuff. Maybe she could end up there. I would love to see it because I really like that movie, but I don't know. I'm so unsure about like the last like two. Like I know for sure you've got a good three lock here, but I'm like my last like one or two. I'm like I don't know. I would love to even be confident and say like yes, Greta Lee, but even her, I'm just like I'm a little unsure. So while I want to say likely, I'm just a little unsure because there's so many others in the running right now. And I don't know. I mean, Margot could end up there. Greta Lee's around, Fantasia. There's just so many outside of Emma and Lily. I mean, there's so many, and Carrie Mulligan. There's so many other options. So I'm gonna go unsure.
Yeah, I
I'm a
think
little
what
unsure about
ultimately
this one,
pushed yeah, I think what pushed me over the edge is what I think the love for that film, and she's gonna
yeah.
kind of be their lone acting category. So I think they love them some Anatomy of a Fall, and I think it might push Sandra over the edge to get in. So we'll see.
And listen, it's a phenomenal film. I mean, I thought it was a great film. Love the up to your own interpretation type style it had. I
Ooh.
really, really like that. But yeah, let's move on to Andrew Scott. I hate to say this, man. I hate to say it. I'm going with unlikely. Unfortunately, he did get the Golden Globe nomination, which was great. But I just think you have a lineup that's locked in. I hate to even say that Leonardo DiCaprio may make it, but I feel like he may still just because the Academy might put him in. But I want to
Yeah.
say at least unsure for Andrew Scott, but I can't in confidence say that I'm feeling like it would be likely because for my actors, I've got Killian, Leo, Paul, Bradley, and Coleman. And I just don't, or I'm sorry, I actually have Jeffrey in there too. So if Leo's out, I've got Jeffrey Wright subbing in. So I don't really have any room for Andrew Scott, unfortunately. And BAFTA didn't even fucking nominate him. Weird, very weird
Yeah.
decision. But seeing that, I'm like, I'm just an unlikely for Andrew. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but
Yeah, I have to do this too because, in my nominations, I know I was nominating him everywhere I could because he wasn't getting the love like all these others. But after that BAFTA, I have to go definitely not for Andrew.
ooh,
I would be absolutely stunned, unfortunately, at this point. If he didn't get in at the BAFTAs, uh, I just can't see a world where he gets into the Oscar lineup, unfortunately.
yeah, I just can't foresee it. It's like I have him hovering on the outside, but there's so many like
Yeah.
Leo's hovering.
Yeah.
Maybe Barry.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Barry's above him currently, so
Yeah.
oof.
Ooh, speaking of oof, look at this next one we got here. Net Benning for Naiad. Uh, absolutely was like, nah, family, until SAG came out of nowhere and was like, Net Benning for Naiad. And I'm like, son of a gun, man, what? But Larry, where are you putting the Net Benning for Naiad?
Oh gosh. Okay. Annette Bening is a tough one to place. So she got SAG and Golden Globe nominations. Um and she's a legacy actress that the Academy loves. That's what makes it really hard on is she going to get in. But I think it's going to be kind of like last year. Oh, what was that movie that I absolutely loved starring Emma Thompson? Good Luck Leo Grand. I think maybe it turns out something like that. A legacy actress that gives a good performance, even though I thought Emma Thompson and Leo Grant were better than Nyad and Annette Bening.
Yeah, for
I t-
sure.
this is another one. I think we're all going to be outraged because actress is so stacked. I wouldn't be shocked if Annette Bening swipes that fifth spot. I'm gonna just say now, I will not be shocked at all. I'm gonna put her in unsure just because uh something is telling me, I don't know, after that SAG came out,
Mhm.
I think she is really in the fight for that last spot. So I'm gonna put her in unsure for now.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I don't
actually
have
put
her in
her.
my five, but I'm not gonna be shocked, y'all.
I'm gonna actually put her in the same because I feel the exact same way. I was like, whatever, Golden Globe, cool. And then the SAG nomination came across, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe she's a little hotter than I thought. Um, I like Nyad, but man, I like Jodie Foster and Nyad a lot more than I liked
Yeah,
Annette. And it's not a testament to
me
even
too.
the acting as much as the character I really liked of Jodie Foster's. So I'm just gonna go unsure as well because I have no clue. At this point, I'm with you. She could take that fifth spot. It could really be several people, to be honest with you. So
Yeah.
I have to wait and see.
Jacoby, are you team Annette? You want Annette to sneak on in?
He said, "Leave Auntie Annette alone, y'all."
All right.
Unsure, likely for Benning,
Yeah.
and then mostly
Oof.
likely for Sandra from the crowd as well, from I Heart, Kobe, and John. Likely. Oh man.
Jacoby. I love Annette Bening, Jacoby. Love Annette, but she don't need to be in there this year. I'm gonna just say it. Annette moved to the side this year. Come back again another year, but the category is too stacked for that Naiad performance. I fear.
Yeah, that old Nyad
Mm-mm-mm.
performance is just didn't measure up to the rest of them, in my opinion. But oh, Anjanou Ellis, man, Anjanou Auntie. I wish that I could say yes, that I could resoundingly be like absolutely, but she hasn't been nominated for anything, right? I mean, I unless I missed
Nothing.
something, she hasn't been nominated for
We are
anything.
literally
Origins.
we are literally watching and hoping for the damn Andrea Riseborough treatment because we got Angelina Jolie out here, we got Andrea Riseborough herself out here, we got all these celebrities hosting and praising online. They're begging, they are trying to get Origin on the board right now. Would you know what? Look, I know some people have had their little gripes with Angelina Jolie over the years for this and for that. Imma tell you right now, y'all need to just leave Angelina Jolie's name out your mouth because if there's one celebrity who has constantly put their money where their mouth is, it's Angelina. She's the one who walks the walk that she talks. So, and she's out
Mhm.
here doing it again with Origin. So, I'm saying okay, but
And I
anyway,
love Auntie
we're all
Angie for
hoping
that. I
for
love
that.
Auntie Angie for that, but I don't think it's likely because of the Andrea Riseborough situation. I think that it might have put
Yeah.
a laser eye on the eyes of the Academy. Like, no, we can't let that happen again. So I'm just going with unlikely for Ingenue. Unfortunately, I hate to do it, but This year's Till.
Yeah. I'm gonna go unsure for Anjanu just because I have no clue. Like, could it just pop up out the clear blue? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Obviously, nothing has shown us that it will get nominated. So I would be a fool to predict it to get into the final five. But all this late little grassroots campaigning, maybe. I don't know. So I'm gonna say unsure. Because I literally have no idea.
All right, Barbie, probably an easy one. Where you at with Barbie?
Yeah. Barbie, it's a lock for me for best picture. Yeah. It's gotten in almost everywhere, BAFTAs. I'm looking at you. But everywhere else it got in. It's a lock.
Oh, BAFTA 5 being all. Yeah,
Yeah.
Barbie's a lock. Everything else, everybody else has been like Barbie best pick, Barbie, Barbie, Barbie. It's everywhere. Absolutely Barbie.
Everywhere.
Now, Barry Keoghan getting some steam more than I thought. I did not think Saltburn was going to do this great. Honestly, I was like, oh, I'm seeing SAG noms, I'm seeing Golden Globe. I'm like, okay, somehow Saltburn does snuck its way into the competition, and I thought it was going to be on the outside looking in. I do unfortunately have like 6 ahead of him, unfortunately, including the 5 locks that I have. And then I've got Leo kind of right outside those 5. So I'm gonna put Barry in unsure just because maybe he could end up in the 5, but I've already got Leo above him, and then I guess he would be right after Leo for me. So it would be for me it'd be Jeffrey Wright, Cillian Murphy, Paul Giamatti, Bradley Cooper, Coleman Domingo, and then 6 will be Leo, 7 will be Barry.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same thing. So obviously BAFTAs, they gave Saltburn a nice little boost again. I feel like after SAG, we were kind of like, oh, okay, Saltburn has lost the steam again. But BAFTAs liked it and they boosted it, including Barry. So he got in at BAFTA, and of course he got the Golden Globe nomination. Yeah, which is more than Leo's got right now. But anyway.
I mean,
so I think I'm just really curious because it's going to be a good indicator. Maybe Rosamund is going to be, because I feel like probably supporting actress will be the first kind of big thing. So we'll see. I'm thinking if it's going to all be about how did the Academy like Saltburn? Did they go for it or did they not? I think it's going to ride a wave tomorrow morning if it was too much for them or if they dug it. And if they dug it, I think Barry might snatch that 5 spot. If they didn't, he's definitely out. So I'm also going to put Barry in unsure just because I think he's right. I think like you, I have him right in that 6-7 kind of slot. I don't have him in my lineup, but he could ride the wave in. So I'll put him in unsure.
Yeah, I'm so unsure. That's very well said, by the way. They could really like Saltburn and it just Saltburn picture, Saltburn Barry, Saltburn, Rosamund, like all of a sudden it's just popping up over and over.
Yeah.
Or it could just be, well, Rosamund and
blanked.
Yeah. This is a cool comment. Says pleasantly surprised to see this video pop up. Oh, he's watched both of our channels and didn't realize we knew each other.
Thank you. Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
we live in the
I'm
same
glad
state.
you stumbled across this video as well.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
We've got Eric Thorpe. I don't think you can ever count Leo out for a nomination. No, you can't count me out. No, I'm just playing.
There were so many Leos, y'all. There's Leo DiCaprio. There was Leo the Lizard on Netflix. There was Leo the Indian film. Like, Leo was just the hot ticket this year. The hot name was Leo 2023.
For real?
Leo
like,
here. Mr. Geekly Goods. I kept confusing him because I kept like, I would like throw out a comment about DiCaprio, but I would just say Leo, and he'd be like, "What do I do?" Like, "Oh, nope, not you. It's okay."
Not you, Leo. The other Leo, the actor Leo.
The other one.
All right, we've got Blitz Bazawule. I believe that's how it's pronounced. The Color Purple director. I really wish I could put him like
Uh,
in a likely, but I just definitely not. Unfortunately, I just think director's a huge battle this year, and he's just not even in like 6 or 7 for me.
yeah, Blitz. We were hoping Color Purple would catch on a little bit more, but it's definitely not for me as well. Color Purple just did not catch on award season really at all. It has a chance at a couple nominations still, I think. It has, it still has a couple places it could get in, but it just has not materialized. And the directing, I think, for sure is not gonna make it.
Yeah, and it just seems like it'll get at least supporting actress, and that's all I can really lock it into right now.
Yeah, that's
Otherwise,
pretty
I'm
much its
like,
only lock.
that's it, maybe. And like after that, I'm like softly on song and picture, like softly on those two, and I'm like,
Like it
Fantasia, I'd
could
love to
maybe
lock you.
sneak in. Yeah. No, it has one. It has one nomination. I think if it doesn't get into supporting actress, that will be a shocker tomorrow morning. But who knows?
Yeah, I can't foresee it missing that one, but I can foresee it missing everything else, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
Right.
disappointing. It's Twitter's arch enemy, the
The
Coops.
Coops.
All right, so we'll go with director first for Bradley Cooper.
Oh God. Y'all need to listen. Okay, I know he look. Let me look at my stupid director sheet. I'm so annoyed. Look, I don't even dislike Bradley Cooper. I have not been a part of all of this hate train. But then we're gonna put Bradley Cooper in here. Like he got the BAFTA, he got the Golden Globe, he got the Critics' Choice for director. If it were up to me, Bradley Cooper would not even really be in this discussion for Best Director. When we've got Celine Song, we've got Greta Gerwig out here that are probably, that are fighting for their lives just to get in.
Right.
I'm going to put Bradley Cooper as likely for Best Director. I think he's getting in. Unfortunately, I don't want him to get in, but I think it's happening. So I think he's likely. Not a lock, because I think there's still a world where he misses, but I think I have him in my lineup.
Especially for director, I could see him missing director. I don't think he misses actor, but I could see him missing director. No. For me, I'm a little more on the unsure side, just because I think maybe they do go the route that we really want them to, and they do nominate Celine Song, they do nominate Greta Gerwig. And then that maybe shuts Bradley out, and we get, of course, Marty's getting in, Nolan's getting in, and then you fill that last spot with Alexander Payne, I guess, and then you've got your 5 there. So I just don't think Bradley, he's been nominated so much, but I just think they're going to be like, okay, here's actor, bro. You know what I mean? I just feel like actor is what he's going to get nominated for, not director.
That's what I hope. I hope.
So actually, based on that, I'm just going to put him right in likely. I think he's definitely locked in the spot for actor. Honestly, do I want to lock him in, Larry? Do I want to lock him in? Nah, I'm going to go with likely. I'm going to go likely. How you feeling about Bradley Cooper as actor?
Yeah, I got to do it. I got to lock him. I mean, he's gotten BAFTA, Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, and SAG. It would be a stunner, I think, at this point. Unfortunately, I'm a lock Bradley in.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
there's no way he misses. It's like him. Yeah. I feel like him, Cillian Murphy, and Paul Giamatti. There's absolutely no way any of those 3 miss. Just no way. So
yeah, I was hoping he would get snubbed somewhere along the line, and he just hasn't. So I think he's in.
But Carey Mulligan far outperformed him, but that's just me. That's how I feel. Oh no! Hey, her real good to see ya. says I'm actually kind of depressed
Hey.
about the Oscars though. Yeah, we got a couple of big snubs here going on that I'm just pretty upset about. I'm not gonna lie. Color Purple, um, Origin, and 1001. Like my whole thing about all three of those missing is it's just going to present the exact same problem we're having year after year of black women getting just snubbed out. Till and Woman King the year before. It just happens over and over and over. And if Color Purple ends up just getting completely shut out, it's like, okay, this is becoming a problem. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed as well. I understand.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I'm real
Kaylee
nervous for
Spaney.
this tomorrow.
I
Oh,
know.
Kaylee Spaney. Definitely not. Like, I'm sorry, girl. I think she was good. I think she was very good in Priscilla. I didn't love the movie overall, but I did think she was really strong in it. She just has
Mhm.
not picked up any steam, and Priscilla has just been like dead on arrival. So I think Kaylee's definitely not in.
Yeah, she hasn't been nominated for anything, and really nobody's really even been talking about Priscilla. Like, I mean, none of the bodies have said a peep about Priscilla. So I'm like, well, that's it.
No.
Now, Carrie Mulligan, I'll go on this one first. I feel like it's a pretty easy lock for me. Locked in.
Yeah, Carrie Mulligan, I think. Yeah, she has just like Bradley Cooper. She hasn't missed BAFTA, Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, SAG. She's a lock. She's one of the few actresses I think that have that locked in spot at the Oscar noms.
Hmm. She's just locked in, just like the Coops,
The Maestro duo are locked in.
and it'll be locked for picture, I think, as well. Cooper, I don't like. Will get director, but definitely actor. Yeah, feel like not director.
Look, I hope.
Um,
I low
come
key
on.
hope.
Give it to Celine Song. Like, give his spot to Celine Song. Come on.
I'm begging. I swear. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna be so mad if I see Bradley Cooper in there tomorrow and there's not a woman in the list. Like, stop it. It's ridiculous. In the year 2023, when a female-led film was the highest grossing movie of the year, you have all of these amazing films directed by women that are critically acclaimed, that are getting awards buzz. And yet again, my biggest fear, what I'm predicting to happen is tomorrow, no women in that director's lineup. I'm gonna be
Man.
real salty. I'm gonna be really salty.
Yeah, just oh, I love this comment. Can't be a get director and not letting people sit down. What was that comment about? He talking about I don't bring tears to my sets. I'm like, bro, look at the Star is Born set. He's in a picture with Gaga sitting down. Bro, y'all
Ooh,
ain't
Eric
nobody.
Thorpe, you were not a EEAAO fan, Eric? I don't know. They
Uh-oh.
got it pretty right for me last year in most of the big categories.
Well, listen, last year was my favorite year in a while. I
Right?
can just say last year I was like, if Angela Bassett would have won last year, oh, it would have been a perfect year for me. Sorry, folks,
Ooh.
it would have been perfect for me. And I like
Yeah,
that
that
Elvis.
supporting actress. Nah.
Just had to botch us early too. I was like, they had to
Oh,
put this shit in as like I think the first or second category, and bloop, Jamie Lee
I
Curtis.
said.
Okay,
I mean, I,
well,
I said, I said, really? That's the performance y'all chose to award watching that movie, and you said Jamie Lee's the one to give it to. Okay, Oscars, sure. Mm-mm-mm.
all right, we got Celine Song.
Oh, Celine, my dear, I want to put you in my lineup desperately, but she's only got the Golden Globe right now. So I'm going to
Yeah,
put her in unlikely. I think there's still an outside chance if they love past lives just enough, but she's been winning and getting a lot of first-time director awards, which
yeah,
also I
seen a
think
lot of
doesn't bode
that.
well because they're gonna be like, oh, it's her first director, so come on back, come back next year, Celine, with the next project. Come back after a few, and we'll maybe give it to you. But I think for this first year, unfortunately, Celine's song's gonna be on the outside looking in when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and that's what DGA gave her, right? Like best first time. They had her on the first time lineup, and it was like, shit. Feel like that went her
Yeah.
chance, like blew it out of a cannon there. But I'm having a little bit of faith in saying maybe, just maybe, they'll do the right thing and put her and Greta Gerwig in the 5. Give us 2 women in there. I'm gonna go with Celine's song and Unsure, just because I think maybe she can somehow hover her way in there. And if they really like Past Lives, possibly we could see her, Greta, maybe TOU. Nah, I'm reaching now. But he's later in
Ooh.
the list anyway. But he got Spirit? Did he get, wasn't he SAG on the SAG lineup? So I was like, okay,
No, he was not SAG, but BAFTA.
BAFTA, that's right. Okay, he was on BAFTA. Let me quiet down then. Let me wind that down, reel that back a little. I was going nuts, y'all. Like, wasn't he on the set? Oh, wait, you right. Hold on. Might change my prediction now with that one. Celine, yeah, that's true. Screenplay nom.
Mm-hmm.
Could see that happening for her. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I do. I think she'll get in there.
Second least favorite BP winner of the last 15 years. Nomadland being my least fave. Ooh-wee.
Wow. Everything Everywhere is like one of my favorites of all time winners for Best Picture.
Same. Past Lives, beautiful story. Agreed. Beautiful. And yeah, John Lee BAFTA. I was getting hyped up thinking it was SAG. And not quite.
Yeah.
All right, so Charles Melton. Man, that May December got a big fan base on Twitter. And listen, to be fair, I do think it's a well-made film. Was it my favorite film? No, not quite. But I did think Charles Melton was the best part of it. I don't think he makes it, y'all. He hasn't been getting much. May December is kind of getting shut out lately, losing a lot of steam. I gotta go unlikely. It probably would be an upset a little bit, but I'm not seeing him pick up that much. Didn't he miss SAG?
He missed SAG. All he's really gotten out of the big precursors was the Golden Globes and then the Critics' Choice, but he didn't even win Critics' Choice. Like, I thought, that's the place where the critics might have given it to him, and he didn't even win there.
RDJ
I
just got all the
honestly am
thunder.
thinking, I really think May, December. If you're a May, December fan out there, be ready for a blank. I could honestly see May, December being blanked tomorrow. I think its best chances are screenplay and Charles Melton, and those two right now are on real shaky ground as well. So, I mean, I wouldn't be, again, really, this last spot, the 5th position for supporting actor is so up in the air right now. It could go to about 5 different people, and I wouldn't really be too shocked. And Charles Melton is definitely in there, but at this juncture, I'm gonna keep him in unsure, just because I think there's a decent enough chance that he could still get in, but I'm gonna put him in unsure. He's not in my final prediction.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I just think there's so many others in line. Obviously, I think it's Robert Downey Jr.'s to lose. But Ruffalo, Defoe, Gosling, De Niro, maybe they put Dominic Sessa in, Sterling K. Brown. I mean, I just feel like Melton, he's in there. He's definitely bubbling around with them, but I mean, Sterling K. Brown picked up a couple of things, and I'm like, is he maybe gonna steal Melton's wig? I don't know.
Well, thanks for stopping in, Adam. It was nice seeing you.
Good seeing you, Adam. Thanks for stopping by. Always good seeing you, my friend. All right, Chicken Run. The BAFTAs. Why BAFTA? Why? I know it's a British animated film.
Because
I know,
I
but
know, because it's
goodness.
Hardman. That's why.
How you feeling, Larry? Animation expert, what you think?
Also, what's with BAFTA only doing 4 animated nominees? I hate that. BAFTA, give us 5. Like that 4 nomination, that's for the birds. Like this, okay. Anyway, though, look, Chicken Run had kind of died, which was shocking because the first one was such a critical darling. Everybody loved it,
Mhm.
but this one really had no steam behind it at all until BAFTAs randomly out of the clear blue gave it that one little head. So I'm gonna. That's all that's keeping it in. Unlikely. I don't think the BAFTA nom was enough to push it in. It hasn't really been seen elsewhere, but there's a chance that it sneaks in some way somehow. So I'll put it in unlikely for now.
Yeah, I'm going definitely not. I think the BAFTAs basically were just like, Artman, British animated film, throw it in there. Which I'm like, you couldn't put Andrew Scott in though? Weird. But anyway, I'm like,
Right?
nah, it has no steam anywhere else. Haven't seen it on any prediction lists, no Annie, nothing, no Golden Globe, nada. So I'm like, okay, well, to me, Chicken Run is dead in the water.
Ooh,
Not Tyler saying Chicken Run, snatching Mona's wig.
it better not. Netflix, don't play with me. Not Leo saying, get up out of here with that fried chicken. Mm-mm.
Oh,
Leo said, these
definitely
chickens
not.
are fried, dusted, and done.
Done, done, done. And you know what's done? I'm putting these two next to Unlock. I mean, Nolan, Killian Murphy,
Oh,
lock.
I was like, who's that other white man, Killian? Okay.
He is kind of far away.
I gotta
But
squinch my eyes on a few of these.
where
Yeah,
you
I
at with
mean,
these
come on now.
two? Yeah,
Christopher
right.
Nolan, Killian Murphy, you're right. They're both locks. Honestly, we can we call it now? Christopher Nolan is a lock to not only be nominated, he's the lock to win.
Yeah.
I I don't see a world where Christopher Nolan loses this best director race. Maybe I'll be shocked Oscar night, but come on now, it's over. And Killian, he's in. He's one of the few locks in acting. Done
Yeah.
deal.
Done deal. I think he is absolutely. I mean, honestly, if I'm predicting to win right now, I might even still have him predicted to win. But Paul is sneaking up. That Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, SAG
Yeah.
Num.
The
I'm like,
lead
ooh,
categories. Yeah, them lead acting categories are still in flux. The 2 supporting, they're done deals too. You already know who you're putting in your Oscar ballot. They're done for.
yeah,
Director, done for. For me, I think picture is pretty much done for too, but that's just we'll get to it soon. I think picture's over too, but yeah, they're in.
Larry having to hype up Nolan. Hurting over there, ain't you?
Oof, Lord. All this Nolan. All right, who we got
So
next? Coleman?
yeah, so Coleman Domingo, we'll do supporting first, and I'm just definitely not for supporting. I think the supporting actor race is not necessarily locked up as we were just talking about, but I just don't even have him bubbling around with Sterling and Dominic and Will. And I'm like, no, I definitely think he's out way, way, way on the outside. I mean, Charles Melton as well is still in that conversation. So it's definitely not for supporting for me. But actor, funny enough, I have him in likely. I wish I could say, like, I wish I could just lock him in as like a lock because he's getting nominated. But I'm just like, could we pull some BS to where it's like, oh, actually, we're gonna put Leo there. Jeffrey Wright's the only black one.
Yeah.
Like, I really hope that doesn't happen.
Oh,
But I can just see some mess happening, y'all. What you
yeah,
thinking?
I think I'm gonna more or less follow suit. I think for supporting, it's done. It's a definitely not. I don't. He's not getting in. It's over with. Again, we've talked about the color purple just did not materialize, and he was already maybe fourth, fifth on the actors that they were pushing behind, like Taraji P and all these other people, and even Taraji P is pretty much done for, and he was lower than her, I think, on the list. So that's over. As for lead actor, if it were like you, if it were up to me, he would be locked. But unfortunately, I have to keep him in likely. I think they are really fighting for their lives. The biggest thing worrying me is the lack of love for Rustin by and large. I think Rustin gets 2 nominations tomorrow morning. I think it's going to get into Best Original Song, and I think it's going to get
Yeah.
into Best Actor. I have faith. Because once the BAFTAs still nominated Coleman Domingo, and you know the BAFTAs like to go white a lot of the time, and this is a biopic about American civil rights. I kind of if he was gonna miss somewhere in the precursors, I feel like it would have been BAFTA. Instead, he got BAFTA, he got Golden Globe, got Critics' Choice, and he got the SAG nominee. I I I think he's in. I know a lot of people are really trying to. Ooh, Coleman's gonna be out on Tuesday morning. I'm keeping him in.
Are you locking him though?
No, not lock,
Oh,
not lock. I unfortunately do think he's on the lower end, but I think likely, likely.
I'm like, I wish I could lock him in, but just not quite. What do you think about Cora Jefferson though for American Fiction? I feel like hovering way outside, but maybe I'm off.
Yeah, I think it's like Celine's song again, where I think he's gonna get in and has a chance to win even the screenplay award. But once again, it's his first director job. I think it's really oh, I almost want to put him in. You know, I am. I'm gonna put him in definitely not. I just haven't seen him popping up like that, so I'm gonna put him in definitely not.
Yeah, I think it's just haven't seen him in anything, like nothing. So it's pretty much he's like way
Yeah.
outside looking in, and there are a couple of people like quite above him, quite a ways. I even have Justin Triet higher than him, so just don't think it's in the
Yeah.
cards for him. But yeah, maybe a screenplay nom is definitely realistic.
Yeah.
Daniel Brooks, the only color purple one that I can just absolutely say locked in, supporting actress. She's getting in. Her and Divine Joy Randolph are both locked in my opinion. They've been nominated for everything. That's the only thing the color purple's getting. Divine's been winning everything. So I, like you were saying earlier, supporting's basically wrapped up. I mean, you pretty much got RDJ and Divine Joy Randolph, and then everybody else can go home. So yeah, I gotta lock them two in easily.
Yep, I agree with you. Lock in Danielle, lock in Davine. And like I said, with Nolan for Best Director, shoot, I'm locking in Davine Joy Randolph is winning the Oscar.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, who's gonna beat her?
Right. It was like Golden Globes win, CCA win. I'm sure she'll get the SAG. I'm sure she'll get anything else. She's good.
Yeah,
Um,
she good.
Dominic Sessa is an interesting one because I've been seeing him pop up on a lot of like first time actor
Mhm.
lists, and he's so young and not as experienced as the rest, so it could easily be he might be back, so we can pass on him. So for
Yeah.
me, Dominic, I might probably unlikely for me. Where are you going with Dominic Sessa?
I'm also gonna go unlikely. I think there is a world he, finds a way to sneak in after that BAFTA nomination, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I just think not enough like noms. A lot of like first time, especially like some of the smaller bodies, like first time actor recognition and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
not like a straight up supporting actor. Boom, you're on the list.
Yeah.
Besides BAFTA. Now, Elemental's been pretty interesting. I definitely think it's getting in. Listen, I just love Elemental, and I'm like, listen, they're gonna give it to
I
Disney or
know.
Pixar, and I just don't think Wish is making it. They're gonna give a nomination to one of these two. And so I think out of the two, the one that had the legs at the box office, the one that started out at 50 because they debuted it at Cannes, horrible idea, and then it rolls up in terms of the critic reception. I think Elemental's got a spot on the 5. Well, it didn't make it to the Annie, so
Yeah,
maybe I'm not as confident, but I feel like it's got a spot.
that yeah, Leo loves him some Elemental, that is for sure. I did not love it as much, but even with that Annie mess, I think it's a lock. I think there are 3 animated movies that are locked and loaded, ready for the Oscars, and one of them is Elemental. Unfortunate for me, because I would boot Elemental for another
Ooh,
movie with the quickness, but I think I would be stunned, to be honest, if Elemental misses tomorrow morning.
G. Colby's got it as a likely.
Ooh.
Something bumping out Elemental. I'll put
Yeah.
likely or unsure.
Oh,
No lock.
everybody else is less confident than us.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I
That
just feel like
Annie mess
they're
got
gonna,
him shook.
and that was a. I'm like, come on, Elemental. Come
Ooh,
on,
they
Annie's.
booted. If it were up to me, that Annie's 5 would be the 5 nominated tomorrow morning. So that would be my ideal lineup, is the Annie's nomination list. So that's just me. But I think the Academy's gonna go for Elemental though, and one of the others is unfortunately gonna be left on the outside looking in.
No, it really is upsetting that Suzume is not gonna get. I just feel like it's not gonna get nominated. If you're not
Now,
a
Academy,
Studio
don't
Ghibli
F
film, you
around.
know.
Could you imagine? I don't know if they're on here. Could you imagine a world tomorrow though where it's Spider-Verse, Boy in the Hair, and Elemental, and the final 2 are Super Mario and Wish? I will, y'all. uh, If you're watching my stream tomorrow morning, the rage will be on if something like that happens, which I
Oh
wouldn't put it past
man.
the Academy, but I will be so mad. So just be ready.
And here's my thing. I even loved Wish, but I've got 5 animated movies that I loved more than Wish. I
Yeah,
mean, this year animated
no.
was so great. Nimona, Elemental,
Yeah.
TMNT, Mutant Mayhem, Spider Verse. I mean, it's just the stack of
Ume,
animated
Boy in the
films this
Heron.
year
Oh,
is amazing. So I
yeah,
just can't say I would love to see Wish because I'm like, no, I would actually rather like to see this movie or this one or this. I just
yeah,
can't say it. But Emerald Fennel, definitely not for Saltburn. I think definitely not.
yeah. No, I think also definitely not. Love you, girl, but it ain't happening.
Emily Blunt is interesting. So she's been popping up in
Okay,
all of them, right? Hasn't
Emily.
she been? Has she been a SAG? Was a SAG?
Yeah, I hate to do this. Oh, wait, is this up you up first?
Yeah, no, I'll let you go first.
I hate to do this because I don't think low key, quiet as it's kept, she's teetering on. I don't even think she should be nominated personally, but I kind of think she's a lock. I don't know. She got the BAFTA, she got the Golden Globe, she got the Critics' Choice, and she got the SAG. She hasn't missed. And the Oppenheimer love is so strong that I think it carries her in. So I think Emily Blunt is a lock personally.
Yeah, she's just sweeping up in everything, has been nominated for everything. I got to do Locked In as well. And then Emma, obvious, easy lock. I mean, won the Golden Globe,
Ooh,
won the Critics' Choice, nominated at SAG. People are loving Poor Things. Absolutely. Locked in. Locked in.
yeah, no. Emma is an easy lock. She's in.
Yeah. It's between her and Lily. It's the battle is between those
Yeah,
two, and it's like, yeah, it's very
yeah,
obvious. Fallen Leaves.
lock. Fallen Leaves. Let me see. What did I have this at? So Fallen Leaves. I think I have in likely. I think Fallen Leaves is getting in, but it's one of those last couple kind of scraping the barrel to get in under that last spot. So I don't think it's a lock, but I do think it will get in. Oh wait, move Emma up. She's down a row too low on mine.
Oh,
She's the
my
lock.
bad. Likely. Locked in.
I said, no, she ain't likely. That girl's in, or the
He's
world
like,
would
hold on
riot
now.
tomorrow.
I'm gonna go with you with Fall of Leaves. Admittedly, like international film, I just have not been keeping up this year, which is bad on my part, but I just have not really been keeping up
It's
as much as
bad.
I should.
Well, because a lot of the international films I loved the most just aren't really gonna get nominated.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Which didn't Past Lives make it in the international film somewhere? I was like, what?
Oh yes, the Golden Globes, which was like,
Golden Globes.
it's not
That's right. I was like,
international, but thanks.
right. I was like, did y'all watch the movie? But all
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
This is the one I hate that this is not like a locked in or at least even a likely with Fantasia because it's just been so back and forth. BAFTA though, but like
It gave her a little life.
yeah, but no SAG.
Yeah.
It did she did she have a Golden Globe now?
Yeah,
No,
she
I
got
don't.
Golden
Okay,
Globe.
So Golden Globe, BAFTA, no SAG though. That's a little makes me so unsure just because there's such a battle going on right now with actress outside of Lily and Emma and Carrie. It's just
Yeah.
kind of up in the air. You've still got Margot in contention. You've still got Annette Bening, um, Greta Lee. So I just don't
Yeah.
know with Fantasia. I just have to go unsure. It'd be great to see her, but Color Purple losing so much
Yeah.
steam is crazy.
She's another one where I can see her getting nominated and I can see her being left off just as well. I think she is, especially with that BAFTA giving her that life again and the Golden Globes again. So I think, she still has a shot. She's definitely not out of it.
Mhm.
But I was leaning toward unlikely, but I do think it's still unsure. I think that final spot is just such a battle that she's in the battle still, but
Mhm.
I'm scared for you, Fantasia. I feel like they're gonna leave you out, girl, and
I
I would put
know.
you in, but
Because it's like, okay, if you lock in Sandra and you say, okay, it's Emma, Lily, Sandra, Carrie, that last spot is
yeah,
just who knows? Could go to Greta,
that
could go to Margot,
yeah,
maybe Fantasia.
yeah.
Who knows? Very
Maybe
interesting.
Annette.
Maybe even that Benning. Uh, yeah. So for Glenn Howerton, he was really funny in Blackberry, but I'm gonna say definitely not. Not picking up nothing. Then he got I think he got
Yeah,
nominated Golden Globe, right? Yeah. So that was
yeah.
cool,
He got
but
nominated somewhere, but no. Yeah, he's a definitely not. Sorry, Glenn. It ain't happening.
it was funny though. I mean, it was a good little performance. I really like that Blackberry, but nah.
Yeah, nah. It ain't happening.
So Greta
All
Gerwig,
right.
I want to lock in, but I'm just like, there just hasn't been enough steam for Barbie that I thought there was gonna be BAFTA snubbing women in general. I just don't know, man. I have no idea where they're gonna go with director tomorrow. So for me, I'm unsure when it comes to Greta Gerwig. And then them giving Barbie the box office thing, I'm like, I don't know. Is that maybe how the Academy thinks of them too? Just the cool, popular movie box office hit that everybody liked. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm real nervous with Greta. Um because thankfully she got Directors Guild, but that never fully lines up with the Oscars. And I have to say it, whenever we have like POC and women battling for like that final spot, they're usually the ones that don't get in. So I have to put Greta in unsure, even though she does have Golden Globe, she got the Critic Choice and the Directors Guild. If they're gonna leave somebody out, I fear it's gonna be Greta. And I don't want it to be, but I'm real scared.
G. Kobe is a likely on Greta.
Yeah.
Wish I could be the same, man.
Huh? I know.
Well,
I
Greta
wish I
Gerwig,
was as
excuse me.
confident as you, Jacoby. He said, "Wait a minute now, Greta Gerwig."
Right. Well, yeah, we got another Greta right next to her. Um,
All right, Miss Greta Lee, what you got for us? Greta Lee is also going to go in unsure. Both of the Gretas are in unsure for me. Again, she's just made it in so many places that she's definitely in the running. You know, she made the Golden Globe, she made the Critics' Choice, but her missing at both SAG and BAFTAs back to back like that really kind of hurt Greta. And the weird thing was Teo getting nominated for Best Lead Actor and Greta getting the snub at
That
BAFTA
was
was
weird.
alarming. So
Very
I'm
alarming.
starting to think, I'm like, shoot, is Greta about to be left out? I'm really nervous. And I think we got to brace ourselves for the possibility that Miss Greta Lee might be on the outside looking in. She's in my lineup, but she's definitely unsure for tomorrow morning.
Uh, my wife, Greta Lee. I just don't foresee an absolute lock. Like I would love to say I'm locking her in, but man, it was like Spirit, and then a couple other early voting bodies, Golden Globes got those nominated, and then missed that BAFTA, missed that SAG. I was like, shit. I was like a
Yeah.
lock up until that. Like I was like, oh yeah, Greta's in the top. She's number 4. And then when I saw her missing after missing, and then yeah, the TOU thing, very odd at the BAFTAs. I just can't go with Greta Lee other than unsure. Like she could end up in the 5, which would be awesome. If we have her and Fantasia in the 5, it'll pretty much be my ideal lineup there because I know the other 3 are locked. If it was Greta Lee and
Ooh.
Fantasia at 5, wow, that would be a fucking lineup for me. But
I think it's
Miyazaki
gonna.
though,
I think we got to
Studio
buckle
Ghibli,
up.
but huh?
Oh, I said we just better be ready to buckle up, Leo. Uh, yeah, I agree with you on this one. Miyazaki, we love you, man. There's no chance. In our voting body, we let you in because I was all about you when I was voting this year, but it's a no. However, The Boy and the Heron, lock it in. It's a lock.
Locked.
It won, it shocked the world and won the Golden Globe. It also made it on the National Board of Review for Best Top 10 Films
Yeah.
of the Year. I mean, look, animation's not over, y'all. I still have animation up up in the balance. It could go to either Spider Verse or The Boy and the Heron right
Yep.
now, and this is one of the few locks of the evening.
Absolutely. And that's how I feel. It's like with Boy and the Heron winning Golden Globe. What a surprise, by the way. I'm like, oh yeah, it's going to the Spider-Verse team. count it on Spider-Verse. And then I heard that. I was like, uh-oh, we got a battle going on. And then the NBR, I see, and what's crazy is like NBR, I was like, oh, it's the just film. It's like favorite film. It wasn't like, oh, animated. It's like, no, film.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Film.
excuse me. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Ooh, says didn't see
Yeah.
Boy and Heron, but saw and loved Suzume. Suzume was so good.
So good. Oh, I love Suzume.
But if you're not Studio Ghibli and you're anime, you're just not making it in. No, your
Never.
name, no nothing. So
Yeah, if your name and Weathering for You couldn't get in, it's looking grim for Suzume.
yep. Now, if they nominated Boy and the Heron and Suzume, it'd be oh my god, it'd be amazing. What a great morning it would be.
It would be
And then you give Spider Verse
hyped.
and Nimona.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love that lineup.
Yeah.
So they gotta put Nimona. Like they got to. I don't foresee it
I'm gonna be
missing, but
so upset.
we'll
Who we
see.
got next? Is that Jeff?
Yeah, we got Jeffrey Wright, and I'm gonna put him a very strong likely now, but I can't put him in a locked in just because I feel like he's still battling at that spot. The last couple of spots, I'm a little unsure. But how you feel about
Yeah, I
Jeffrey?
really. God. Again, let me just say this to all of the Oscar pundit people. The fact that the moment American Fiction started gaining some steam, you decided to pit Coleman versus Jeffrey Wright for spot number 5. Y'all know. Like, really? It's not Jeffrey Wright versus Leo DiCaprio for 5. Like they just were not pushing it. I don't know. It always these are the dynamics that come up every year with all the Oscar punditry. It's always which one of the minorities can get in type of thing, rather
Right.
than let. I think Jeffrey Wright and Coleman Domingo should both get in. Thank you very much. And I think they will. I'm holding out hope. I think they're both in. I'm also going to put Jeffrey Wright in likely. He's not a lock by any means, but it's looking solid for Jeffrey right now, I think.
Yeah, I think I could confidently say Killian, Paul, Bradley, and Coleman are making it. And then I'm just like,
Yeah.
ooh, is that last spot going to Leo? Is it going to Jeffrey? Like those are the two. I'm like, one or the other.
Okay, y'all. G. Colby kind of joked about it. The other thing that might make me flip a table tomorrow morning, there's a few actually. One of which being the animation category. Be watching out for animation because they can really screw that one up, and I would not be surprised, but I'll be mad. The other one is lead actor. If they put Leonardo DiCaprio in that damn lead actor category over, especially if Jeffrey and Coleman miss tomorrow morning,
Oh no, I'm gonna be
oh,
upset as
I'll be
hell.
flip. I will be really angry. So just be ready. Not honestly, if they put Leo in and either Jeffrey or Coleman get the boot, I'm gonna be mad still. But if both of them miss, there will be rage.
Yeah, I don't know if I see a world where they both miss, but yeah, if they both miss, I'm gonna be really
Yeah,
upset.
but
Um,
the only thing
YG
Jeffrey
Kobe,
has
like
over Coleman.
stop with the black on black crime stuff. Stop with that. Hell, trying to pit
Ooh.
the black men against each other. I just been seeing it. No, it's not gonna be Coleman. It's gonna be Jeffrey. I'm like, well, why can't you say it's gonna be Leo? Like, you know what I mean? That's kind of weird that there's just
Yeah,
this
that's
pitting between the two of them.
the only thing I think that works in Jeffrey's advantage is once again the kind of push for American fiction with picture, with the screenplay. I think it just has more love.
Yeah.
But that would be the reason there. Digi D, we're just going to be happy for a nomination at this point. It ain't
What up,
winning, bruh.
man?
I hate to break it to you. It has a 0% chance to win that award, but we would be so excited for a nomination.
Man, Didge, the homie, man. I 100% agree with you, Larry. If we could just get that nominated, man. Like, can we get anime to make it outside of Studio Ghibli? Can we? Like, damn, dude, there's been
Yeah.
so many. What was that singing anime with the pink haired singing virtual
Oh, Belle. Oh,
reality anime? What was that called? I can't remember
Belle.
the title. Bell. Another one just
So good too.
hello, nothing.
Snubbed.
Dude said, "Let me
Let me
pray."
well, look. We'll let you pray. We'll let you pray, brother.
We're praying with you, man. Definitely not for Joaquin
Who's
though.
that? Joaquin?
Yeah.
Oh no, Joaquin, keep your little ass down. It definitely not. I'm sorry.
Well, Bo was
It ain't
afraid got
happening.
that nomination. I was like, what the
Nah,
fuck?
Bo is afraid. Shit. No, if they dare put Joaquin in there, y'all, please. Okay, now we got an interesting one. Miss Foster. Miss Jodie
Yeah.
Foster. I'm gonna put God. I'm gonna put her in likely. I feel like
Mm.
after she got Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, once she got that SAG nomination, I know she missed BAFTAs, but with her legacy name, she's been kind of out here pushing, doing these interviews.
Hmm.
I just have a feeling Jodie Foster's getting in. So she's not a lock by any means, but I think Jodie Foster, I have her in my lineup.
I'm looking at my gold derby right now, and I've got her. Yeah, I've got her in the lineup as well. Funny enough, I actually haven't updated my gold derby since December 31st. And so actually,
Ooh,
I think a couple of these categories are before. So I've still got Julianne Moore in supporting actress. I got to update that. But yeah, I've got her locked in, man. I just think out of if
Oh,
Nyad's getting anything, there it is.
oh, Leo said, lock it in.
Jodie Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Hey, I love that show. Uh, Bo is stupid. That's what.
Oh,
So yeah, her real review, Rustin. So they
Netflix.
sent out like a big ass box. They sent a big box to critics and for Rustin, and then I feel like nothing else. I mean, Netflix just as a whole with this campaigning is, I feel like it's completely flatlined. I don't know what they're really pushing this year. Haven't really seen them push Nimona.
This
Haven't
year
seen them
was
push Rustin.
weird. Yeah, this year was really weird. They sent a lot of packages to us this year, I will say that. But they really put their, I think, campaign behind Maestro for picture was like
Yeah,
there. Okay,
yeah,
this is what we can get in for picture. But like Netflix, I was talking about this. I guess this could have waited till we got to the Nimona, but they're so good at getting animation in every year. They usually have like a good track record for contention. I mean, Pinocchio just won last year from
yeah.
Netflix.
Great
They
win.
flopped hard. They did not push Nimona at all. Nimona's been like pushed by the fandom online hard. They didn't even push Chicken Run, so they didn't push anything. And they also didn't push Rustin, even though Coleman Domingo has been in this conversation for lead actor for ages. They just kind of
Let
let
it
it
die.
die. They sent
Yeah.
out that package and then never again.
It was like they, like you
Mm,
said, they focused everything on Maestro because they sent out the vinyl for Maestro and a big ass book for Maestro, and then it's just been like, yeah, let's Bradley and Carrie Mulligan and picture, and it's just been like, well, what? What about Rustin?
yeah,
Dead in the water.
nothing.
Everything else is dead in the water, which is weird with animation. Not even Chicken Run.
Yeah,
It's just been nothing. So
nothing.
super duper weird. Um, but next we've got Jonathan Glazer for Zone of Interest. How you feeling about that one? Did he
Now
get
this might be a
DGA?
hot take. No, so he did
Okay.
not get DGA. He
Mm,
wasn't really showing up too much until BAFTAs.
yeah.
This might be a little bit of a hot take. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna put Jonathan Glazer in likely. I think he's getting in. The
Really?
directors, oh, they love to nominate a foreign language film out the clear blue in Best Director. Last year it was what, Triangle of Sadness? Shocked the world and got a director
Shocking.
nomination. I
Like,
think that the Zone of
huh?
Interest is likely getting in to Best Picture at this point, and I think they're gonna love it. So I'm gonna put Glazer in likely.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm a little unsure about that one. Just because I feel like they gotta put at least Greta Gerwig in there, right? Like, I mean, at least Greta Gerwig. Like, I just feel like, okay, you gotta get one woman in there. And then I feel like Justine Triette's still in the conversation a little, but
Yeah.
she's a few squares down. Julianne Moore,
Ooh,
before SAGs and before BAFTAs, I was like, well, maybe that's one of their strongest contenders. I'm going with unlikely now. I think May December is just way on the outside now. I think she might get blipped out.
yeah, I'm gonna be real. I'm really skating on do I put her in? Definitely not, because
Mhm.
she had that she had the campaign early, but I'm gonna keep her in unlikely just because there's an outside chance that they shock and put Julianne Moore still in there, but she's really died off.
Yeah, she's really fizzled out. I think it's just,
Yeah.
and then Natalie Portman, I don't think ever really had that much heat, but
Ooh!
we'll get to her a little bit later. Listen, I love me some Natalie, but we'll get to her later. Justine Triette.
I'm gonna put
So
her
I
in
think,
unsure.
oh, you got her in unsure. I actually
I'm gonna
have
put her in
her.
unsure.
I actually have her in likely. I think she might be
Ooh!
one of the two ladies to end up showing up. Anatomy of the Fall is just getting so much love, and it got 2 Golden Globes. Was she the screenplay? Did she screenwrite that?
Yes.
I think
Yep.
that
She
was
was a
her. Yeah. So
screenwriter.
she run that. So and then what else did they get? They got something else.
Best foreign language film.
So I think maybe, if anything, we could see that one be getting squeezing its way in.
Yeah. I'm so nervous, y'all, that both Greta and Justine are gonna be finding their way on the outside, just peering in. But that's why I have them both in unsure right now because I'm nervous.
Yeah. We'll go with Killers of the
What's their
Flower
next one?
Moon. Huh?
Oh, Lock.
Lot.
Lock.
No need to even really say much there. That's a lock in. Leo, like the name, I'm thinking definitely not though.
Yeah, with we already mentioned Netflix flopping their campaign category. They have two above this. This is definitely not.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Chicken Run. At least Chicken Run got something. Leo ain't got nothing. So
Something.
it's done for
Not a
Leo.
thing.
Don't worry, Larry. If Greta gets snubbed and
Ooh,
director, let's hope Natalie Portman presents the award. Ooh wee.
please, please.
This category full of men.
Oh Lord. Listen.
Uh
Okay. Our man, DiCaprio. Look, y'all. If it were up to me, it's a no. Flat out no. He's like 8th, 9th, 10th on my personal ranking if I were to do it. I still have to leave him in unsure though, because the
yeah.
Academy is gonna Academy and they'll throw his ass in there and I'll be mad, but I won't be surprised. So I have to leave him in unsure.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same
But
way.
he
I
has
just
lost
don't
all
know.
his steam. He's lost all the steam. So
And what I like about him losing the steam though is that I feel like he's like backing up and just letting Lily get all the love. Like he's not really like out here trying to, well, what about me? And da-da-da. I'm like, I'm glad he hasn't been like really hard pushing for like his performance. If anything, he just been showing up for Lily. And I'm like, hey, you know what? If you don't get nominated, support Lily. Support Lily, god damn
and
it.
I will say, yeah, you look to give him his full kudos and his full credit. He has been really shining a spotlight on Lily, and
Yeah, he
he
has.
has been a great co-star for her, and let her shine and let her speak and do her thing. So I got
Mm-hmm.
to give it to Leo on that front. Speaking of
And
Lily, I believe that's her. Yes,
yep.
lock. Screw the BAFTAs. She's a lock.
Yeah. What foolishness. I'm locking in Maestro too while we're
Buffoonery.
here. I'm locking in Maestro as well.
Yeah, I have to lock it in too. It hasn't missed anywhere. Maestro's getting in.
Now, interesting one here with Margot. Very interesting. I'm not sure if she's gonna make it in or not. The battle is just hot for actress, and besides those three locks between Emma, Lily, and Carrie, I don't know who else makes it in.
I'm so the thing is, like, I would be more confident if I didn't just go through this last year with Viola Davis, because Viola Davis hit every single precursor. She got them all, and then they snubbed her ass. And so the only thing is Barbie has a lot more love overall. It's a Best Picture nominee, whereas The Woman King really wasn't contending anywhere else outside of Viola, really. But I mean, Margot got the BAFTA, she got the Globe, the Critics' Choice, and the SAG. So I'm gonna put her in likely still. I still think she has a leg up on most of these other women, but she she's definitely vulnerable, which is crazy.
What's going on, Alexis? Trash wire. Lily is locked,
Alexis,
but
don't
sadly
say
the
it to me.
picture.
Don't say it.
Right? I don't
I have
want
to
to
wait
think
until
about
the
that.
SAG. If she loses SAG, I'll lose hope.
Yeah, same. If she loses that SAG, I'm like, oh no.
But if
I'm
she
pretty much
wins
on a no
SAG,
no.
we're back in the game, baby.
I'm hoping. And yeah, for me, with Margot, I'm still a little unsure. Just because I feel like the three locks I've got Carrie, Emma, and of course Lily. I don't know who's gonna show up in those other two spots. I have no clue at this point. I would love to see Greta Lee make it in. Would love to see Fantasia make it in, but I just don't know. Um, I'm
I
Team
just
Barbie
wonder
and
what
Team
is
Lily. No high hopes for either.
me
Darn.
either. I'm nervous Barbie's gonna underperform tomorrow. That's my other nervousness. But
Same.
who decided? Because Carrie Mulligan and Margot Robbie have the same track record right now, heading into tomorrow morning, and yet why is Carrie a damn lock and Margot is the one on the outside looking in? I'm like, oh, it makes me sick. As a Barbie stan, as a Barbie ride or die, it makes me mad. And
I
yes,
hate it.
Amy Adams is the other one. Amy Adams is the other might happen to Margot, where Arrival got into Best Picture. Arrival was a big contender, and they left Amy Adams on the out when it came to Arrival for Best Actress.
Yep.
It could happen to Margot tomorrow. I'm just really hoping that she holds strong.
Fingers crossed. I don't know either. How you feel about Mark though? I think he makes it in.
Mark, yeah, I have Mark in likely. He's definitely not a lock for me, especially after SAG decided to go with
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe over Mark Ruffalo for the Poor Things slot.
Crazy.
I think there's a chance, that the two Poor Things kind of split votes a little bit. People don't know which one to go with on Poor Things. Maybe Sterling K. Brown swoops one of their spots.
Ooh.
Listen, if you want a happy reaction from me tomorrow morning, if they announce Sterling K. Brown, I will be so excited.
Oh my
But Mark,
gosh.
I still have Mark in my lineup, so I think he's a likely.
Yeah, I've got Mark at likely as well. I just think besides SAG, he's still been getting nominated for other stuff. So I think it could possibly be Defoe, but I don't know. I think out of the two, they'll end up picking Ruffalo if they pick either.
Yeah.
Hell. uh Locked. I'm a lock for Scorsese. It's
Yeah, the BAFTAs, they didn't shake me enough. I know he missed BAFTA, which was a shock, but I still think he's locked. He's getting it.
yeah. With Killers in Picture, Lily, yeah, you definitely getting Martin Scorsese, and the Academy loves him.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
May December, Best Picture.
For unlikely. I think again there's still a chance. There's still some outside chance, but it's verging on definitely not for me. I think May December.
I'm a definitely not. I think it lost its steam. I think it lost its steam. I think it's just not showing up in enough places.
Ooh.
I think it's a no for me.
Ooh.
Definitely not. But hey, it could surprise. I don't think so.
Is that Natalie? Who is that woman?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Natalie. I
Oh,
got
okay.
this at Gold Derby.
Not who is that woman? Yeah, okay. Miss Portman is it definitely not. The lead actress is too stacked. I love you, Natalie, but not for this. I'm sorry, girl.
Way too stacked. Okay, Larry. The time has come.
Look, this is all the promo Netflix did for that movie and send me this poster right here. That's all the promo they did to get this nomination.
So,
Well,
and it's
send
not
me this
even
poster back here.
it's not even like we got a physical copy of the film or anything. It was like a little scan and see the digital art and stuff. I was like, oh, what the hell?
I wish that they should have sent out the art book. They have a physical art book that some people got. That's what they should have sent to everybody. Is that those beautiful art books they do for animation specifically? I love. Look, Nimona has been so up and down. Like one day I'm happy, next day I'm like ready to die because it misses a big one and then it gets another big one. The Annies was like the big one for me because not only did it get in for Best Picture, it was the most nominated film. Like even over Spider-Verse, it got more nominations
Oh,
across all
wow.
the categories. So the other thing is it's also gotten in quite like the production guild, like they do an animation category and stuff, and it's gotten quite a
Yeah,
few
they
of
got in
those
there.
smaller tech ones. and the GLAD awards and stuff. So it's been getting a lot there. I'm not. I'm gonna put it in likely. I still think it's likely. I think it is the 4 spot right now for me. Like
Mhm.
I think it's has the edge over the other couple ones that it's fighting. So I'm gonna put likely for now. Oh, but I'm really scared it's gonna get snubbed, y'all. I'm really scared.
Yeah, Jacoby is unsure. Who is that woman got did crying? Who is
Ooh.
that woman?
Harpo, who is that woman?
Look, Dej, before the stream, I was like, let me pull my
Uh,
damn gold derby up because some of these people, I'm like, who the
dang.
hell? Uh, but yeah, I just think for me, Nimona, I think it's I think it's going in. I'm locking Nimona in right now because you know what? On my gold derby, I've got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Boy and the Heron, 2 absolute locks, Elemental lock, Nimona lock. I basically got one other. I have TMNT in there right now, but I'm possibly going to change that. I don't know. We'll see once I do my very, very final gold derby predictions tonight. But I just think Nimona showed up at the Annies, is showing up, is starting to get a lot of love from Twitter and the online
Mhm.
audience. I think it's very possible that the Academy could be feeling that same love for Nimona. I just don't see a world where it misses, honestly. But mate, I don't know.
KOME, yes, you need to watch it. You're right. You have to watch it.
Gotta watch it. Gotta watch it.
Oh, well,
Cameo Emmy
okay.
said didn't see June,
Ooh.
November. Heard Charles was a standout. Yeah, he's the standout in June, November.
Mhm.
That's for sure. All right, these next two, I mean,
Oh,
locks,
um,
right?
lock. Again, y'all, I think Oppenheimer is basically a lock to get
To
win.
win.
So
Yeah.
there you go. I think it's a
You
lock to
locking in
win.
past
And
lives,
past
best film?
past lives. Let me see. It hasn't missed, has it? Nope, it
I
hasn't
don't
missed.
think
It's
so.
in.
Nope.
Yeah, I got past lives as in.
Yeah, I've got it in my lineup. Giamatti locked.
Uh, Giamatti lock.
Like hard lock.
Lock.
Winning the Golden Globes, winning the CCAs, nominated everywhere. SAG, winning.
Like he said, he's battling. He's saying, "Come on, Killian, let's go."
Battling. So Penelope Cruz, funny thing is like Ferrari just absolutely flatlined. Like it was like people were like, oh, maybe Ferrari makes it. It fucking flatlined. And I honestly, deservedly so in my opinion. But Penelope was the best
Bloop.
part of Ferrari.
By far,
I'm
by
going
far.
unlikely just because supporting actors is still quite a battle. And I just think she's outside looking in. I even maybe have Julianne Moore ahead of her a little. So I'm going pretty unlikely for Penelope Cruz.
Yeah. I have to agree with you. I'm going unlikely. She got that SAG nomination. That's the one thing that's kind of like, oh, because SAG last year, SAG was real close with the Oscars across the board. So I'm like, oh, so it causes me a little bit of like, oh, she still got a shot at it for sure. And Eric, when I tell you I am hoping that the Boy and the Heron beats Indy for that final spot and score, listen, I love you, John Williams. You're great. You're a legend. You're fantastic. But I really hope the Boy and the Heron beats it out and gets spot number 5 for me. But yeah,
Yeah,
unlikely for Penelope.
I think Indy might get in because of Williams' namesake. I think he might end up
But
getting
he just
in.
said he's coming back. He's not even retiring. So what's
No,
the
shit,
deal?
no. I didn't believe him when he said he did. I was like, yeah, right, you'll be back.
He gonna be still conducting on 100. He's still gonna be writing on it's from the nursing home.
But shit, he's up there, ain't he?
Yeah, he's like 90 years old. I mean, he
Yeah, he's
is
fucking
up there.
91. He's old, bro.
Yeah.
Perfect Days. That was Japan's submission, right?
Yes. Low key, I think they're kicking themselves a little bit too. I think they wish they had gotten on the Godzilla train earlier.
Like,
But
come
Perfect
on, come
Days,
on.
it got the critics' choice. I'm gonna put unsure. I don't really think it's a surefire to get in by any means. I think it's got a good chance, but it also easily could be left on the drawing room floor. So I'm gonna say unsure.
Yeah, I again, like I was saying earlier, I'm just not keeping up with the international as much as I should be. So I'm just like an automatic
Cool.
unsure based on that merit. Um, Alexis has some thoughts on Ferrari. That's for sure. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna be
Ooh.
real with you. I still have not even finished Ferrari. I still haven't even finished it. I was like, I got halfway through and I said, listen, I'll come back later when this feels less like a cosplay contest. It just, I couldn't do it. I couldn't finish. Maybe I'll end up finishing before this is all over.
Yeah.
Lock.
Oh,
Poor
yeah,
things
lock.
lock.
I mean, locked. Lock and
Locked in.
loaded.
It's like, okay, you got holdovers and or Oppenheimer number one, holdovers number two. That's probably your number three right there. That are killers. Rachel McAdams, definitely not.
Oh!
Listen, I love you, Regina. I love you. But I just think she's outside of the supporting actress race. Glad she got the Golden Globe nom, but nah.
I'm gonna keep her in unlikely. I think there is an outside, maybe there's like Andrew Scott, like there's still kind of a glimmer of hope floating around. All of us strangers kind of hope floating somewhere for Rachel. So I don't think so, but there's still a chance, maybe.
There's maybe a chance there. So which she was good, and that movie was so sweet. I did like Are You There,
Yeah,
God? Meet Margaret. It's a wonderful film. And
I
to me, I
I
watched that
agree,
movie.
Jacoby.
Hot take. Yeah, I think I agree with you too. Here's my
I
thing about Emily
agree.
Blunt. She's just barely in Oppenheimer. She's got like a few
She's
big scenes.
she's great, but her role was just almost nothing. Like it was just a nothing role. So good on her for delivering with it, but she wasn't given enough, unfortunately. But she's gonna get
Okay.
nominated, I'm sure.
Yeah, she's definitely in the lineup. Okay. I didn't even realize I put Ridley
Is that
Scott on
Ridley
here.
Scott?
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, which white old man is this on my screen? Is that Ridley? Definitely
Yeah,
not. Is where
honestly,
Ridley is
I
going.
I accidentally added him because I ended up taking him out at some point, not because I was like, nah. But for Napoleon, yeah, there's just no way. Um, Robert De Niro, though. Where
I
you
got
going
him
with
as
De
a lock.
Niro?
He hasn't missed anywhere, so I got him locked.
Same here. And then RDJ,
Oh,
his to lose.
again, not only a lock to get nominated, a lock to win. I mean, it's over.
That
That
yeah,
race is
that's
over.
your win
RDJ's
right
got it.
there. That's your win right there.
Mm.
Robot
Mhm.
Dreams, one that I still have not seen, but I've heard endless like praise about it. You know what sucks about Robot Dreams is like everybody's saying like, I wish I would have watched this before I voted, and it seems like it was just that one that unfortunately got missed
Mhm.
watching. Like people just didn't end up watching it,
Yeah.
so it missed a lot of stuff.
Yeah. No, I think it's unlikely. I don't think it's quite definitely not for me, but it's very, very unlikely.
I still haven't seen it, so I would say it's sure, but I just know that they're way more animated.
Yeah.
So I said I'm going with
Yeah.
unlikely as well. Actually, you know what? I'm going with definitely not. I just think
I never
people
got
haven't watched.
I never got my neon box to watch it. Damn it. My neon box got lost in the mail or something.
Oh no! Well, I got one for you.
Oh.
Uh, Robot Dreams is so good. It's like the animated past lives. See, love to hear that. It's getting no steam, no praise. Like I said, I'm seeing a lot of like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have watched it, but I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
Just watched Robot Dreams. Yeah, it's in my lineup.
And
I'm just not.
it doesn't have that like grassroots, because I know people loved it that watched it, but there's not
Mhm.
enough like passionate love, kind of like we're seeing with Nomona, that is like people are so passionate they're really fighting for it. Robot Dreams, people are like, I loved it, it's great, it's beautiful, but nobody's like fighting for it. It doesn't feel like
Yeah,
it has that energy right now, unfortunately.
there's no passion. No passion. Rosamund Pike
Oh,
is up
Rosamund.
next.
Oh, She got the Golden Globe and the BAFTA
And
nominations.
BAFTA.
She
Yep.
missed SAG. I'm gonna go with unsure. I think she's really in contention for that final spot. I think I would not be shocked if Rosamund got in. I actually would be kind of happy if Rosamund Pike gets in tomorrow morning. I'm
I
gonna be a little bit happy, so I'm gonna put her in unsure. I don't. She's certainly not likely to get in, but I also don't think she's unlikely. So unsure.
so I'm gonna put her in. I don't know. I guess I gotta go with unsure too, because I was like maybe unlikely, but if they like Saltburn, they're gonna like Saltburn, man, and they'll end up being like Barry, her, other stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm more unsure
I
as
know. I'm
well.
hoping. I'm hoping that BAFTA pushes her. That last BAFTA nomination right before closing kind of gives her that extra push. So, Rosamund girl, yes, give it to mother.
One more, one more push. One more push. She deserves it. Don't know if she'll get it. Yeah, who knows? She was so good in Saltburn, though. Phenomenal. I was like, mommy. Ryan Gosling, an absolute lock. I mean,
Lock.
not missing nothing.
Lock.
Hell, I'm just Ken got that CCA and he made that face like the fuck is going.
She said, "Oh, y'all really gonna make me sing live on the show, huh? Okay."
He was like, God damn it, I gotta sing. Saltburn, I think, is likely to get a Best Picture. I think it could get a Best Picture nomination.
Oh, likely. I'm gonna put it
Mm-hmm.
in unsure. I think it's in that little group kind of vying for number 10. But it's just gotten so much buzz recently that's really
Oh
helped
yeah.
it. Like, see, that's another one. The online just chatter and buzz. It's turned into this you have to watch kind of movie that also, critics kind of were championing early. So maybe I think it still has a chance.
Look at you, Kobe. We are enough.
Yes.
And then
Mhm.
next up, we got Sandra Hewler. And I just put her in for Anatomy.
Oh wait, do we have her? Wasn't she already on here once?
Oh yeah, I think I might
Ms.
have got her in.
Hughes.
Yeah, this is
So
for
this is
Zone of
for Zone of
Interest.
Interest, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, this is another one. People are really pushing her for supporting, but I'm like, I don't know if all she has is the BAFTA right now. So I'm gonna put her in unsure because I think she could get in. She's not again. I'm sorry, Sandra. I don't dislike you, Miss Hewler. She's not my personal pick to get in to supporting
Yeah.
actress. But I'll put her in unsure for now because she could get in. She could pull the double nom. So who knows?
Might be a hot take, but I'm going definitely not. I just think supporting actress, so many contenders right now. I think she's got a way better chance at actress, though. I think actress, yeah, for Anatomy of a Fall, she's in that battle. I think
Yeah.
Coleman, she's outside of the supporting. Nah. The only Sandra I like is Bullock.
Ooh, talk about another mother.
For real though.
All right.
I need to get a sound effect, mommy.
Okay, Society of the Snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's a lock.
Society of the Snow, I think, is a lock. It's a lock. It's in.
I think that's a win. The winner for that category.
Oh, you think?
Possibly.
I think Zone of Interest might put a block on it. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if it wins, but it's a lock to get in for sure.
Okay, so Spider-Verse for picture.
Is
Let's say for picture first.
I wanted to get in so bad. So amongst my wish list, you know how we all do wish lists? It's like Nimona, it's Godzilla -1 for visual effects, and it's Spider-Verse for best picture. Those are my three. If I could wish them into existence that it would be a lock, those would be it. Unfortunately, though, animation continues to be disrespected no matter how good the movie is, no matter how many accolades it gets, how critically loved it is. I'm going to put it in unsure. I don't think it's out of the race. I think it's fighting for number 10 still, but man, it's lost so much steam. It just has not been hitting. The one that really kind of killed me was PGA. That's where I was hoping to see it, and it didn't get
and it not
nominated at
making it
Producers
was
Guild.
rough. Yeah.
And I kind of felt like Producers Guild was our last hope to give it that extra zhuzh it needed. But I don't think it's out yet, so I'm gonna put in unsure. But it's looking a little grim, y'all.
So with the Boy and the Heron taking the Golden
Uh,
Globe, with it not making PGA, with it making NBR's bet, like Boy and the Heron making NBR's best and not Spider Verse, I gotta go for picture unlikely. I would love to see it in there, but so rare that animation even ends up in the best picture category. Plus those things happening, I just don't see a world where Spider Verse makes it. And I hate to say that. I hate to say it because I would love to see it in there.
yeah.
I just don't think it makes it though. But animation, I mean, easy
Ooh,
lock.
a lock.
I put
Lock
it
for
for most of us. I
animation.
was like, no argument
Yeah.
there. So Sterling K. Brown, in my opinion, my favorite part of American Fiction. I love Jeffrey Wright, don't get me wrong. Just
Yeah.
thought he actually had a performance here. I hate that I'm unsure. Like, I really wish I could put him in, but him getting in, what was it, SAG recently? I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And not Charles Melton. That was a crazy thing to happen. I really want to be sure because he got that SAG. I'm just going unsure because I just don't know. They could swing Melton, they could swing Sterling K. Brown. I'm so unsure
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, because looking, the BAFTAs just did not. I don't know if they didn't see American Fiction, but they didn't nominate it like at all. So
No.
I'm not really putting too much stock in like BAFTAs not giving it to Jeffrey Wright or giving it to Sterling. That SAG nomination really gave me hope again. It kind of gave me some reinvigoration. Y'all, I really want Sterling K. Brown in so bad. I've wanted ever
So
since me and Leo we walked out of that Denver Film Society or the festival, Denver Film
DFF,
Festival,
yeah.
and both of us were like Sterling, killed it. Um, I'm gonna put him in unsure. I there's a chance. I think he could snake that final spot. I think he could snatch up number 5 from Charles Mountain or Willem Dafoe, push him out the way, and Sterling come in with that SAG support. And like someone said in the chat, I think he's just so beloved in the industry. Like everybody loves Sterling K. Brown. So could that love push him? I hope so, but I'm not convinced yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because SAG is like the big one that he got, and that would be great. And Larry got to meet Sterling K. Brown.
Yeah. Which was awesome.
My bad, Denny's. Society of the Snow. Let's call it Society of
Bloop.
Snow, but hello.
Well,
Um,
that's the Hunger Games, Society of Snow.
for real, that ain't getting nothing. Supporting actor, we want some chocolate in the Sea of Vanilla. I know that's right. Get us a
I
little
know that
chocolate
is
up in there.
right.
All right,
Right?
Susan
Like if
May.
Charles that's the thing is if Charles Melton doesn't get in, so that's the kind of one we were really hoping. But say Charles doesn't get in and Sterling doesn't get in, it's about to be all white in that supporting actor race,
Yeah,
y'all.
like
Oh.
spice it up, please. Spice it up.
Mm.
Susan May, unlikely. It's just it hasn't even it didn't even get an ant. Wait, was it in that Annie 5?
Yeah, it got in the
Okay,
Annie
that's right. It
5.
was in the Annie 5.
That's what gave us hope again. That's what gave me hope again.
And it got in
I
the Golden
really think
Globe.
it did get that was the big shock. Y'all, I was so shocked it got into the Golden Globe. I was very happy. And it got into Annie. So I think, yeah. Oh.
I'm bumping up to unsure because I'm like, wait, it got in that Annie's.
I'm also going to put it on unsure. I think for me, the battle is coming down for spot number 5 between Suzume and TMNT,
Yeah.
with Super Mario and Wish kind of having outside chances of snaking that final spot. I really think it's Suzume versus TMNT. I'm leaning toward TMNT just because of what we said. I mean, they will do anything in their power to not nominate anime. They're like, anime what? No.
Anime.
So I still think it's on the outside. It's my number 6 right now, but I'm gonna put unsure still.
Where are you going with Taraji?
Oh, Taraji. I'm gonna put you in definitely not. I'm sorry, girl. If it were up to me, you would be in my five. I loved Taraji in that movie. I thought she was so good as Suge Avery, but it's
So
died.
good.
The momentum's died.
And you know what's sad is like before it was being watched, it was like, yeah, like everybody had her and Danielle just like, yeah, they're both getting
Yeah,
in. And then when we saw the movie, it was like, of course, Suge Avery was great. We're giving it to Danielle.
yeah. One
Oh, not the
only.
pie cookie. Lucia's somewhere laughing right now. That's for sure.
What?
TMNT
Who must?
Mutant Mayhem.
Oh,
I'm a little
I
unsure.
gotta put it with
Just because,
Suzume. I'm gonna put it in unsure too.
yeah, like I just feel like it's battling with Suzume, like you were saying, and then, God, I think Wish is out, but Mario Brothers, I think could potentially
Yeah,
creep
it
up in
could.
there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in unsure. It got the Annie as well, but it also got the PGA. It did get the Producers Guild, but it missed on something like the Golden Globes earlier.
Yeah,
Animation has been rotating for that, so I'm hoping it gets in, but I'm unsure for what's getting that last spot.
it's such a battle too. I'm just like,
It
what are we
is.
doing with that? All right, TOU. So if actor wasn't already so stacked, I possibly would put him in unsure. I think I'm unlikely
Yeah,
though. I just don't think up
yeah.
against the 6 or 7 ahead, Barry, Leo, 2 outside of the 5. I just don't think he's making it in.
That BAFTA lifted him for me from definitely not to unlikely. I don't see it happening, but he at least has the BAFTA to maybe pull something.
Yeah, maybe. This next one, blow to the chest, man. Tiana Taylor was so good in 1001. Definitely not.
Yeah. Tiana, we're sorry, girl. You deserved a better campaign. You deserved it, but it's a definitely not.
Deserved so much more. So much more.
Color
Uh,
Purple. Ooh.
Nominate
Uh,
TMNT for Mondo Gecko. Paul Rudd's
all
best performance of
right.
the year.
Let's see, Color Purple, I'm going to keep it in unlikely. I think it could be a
Oh
surprise
man.
nomination tomorrow morning. I think it could sneak in, but I just, after it lost, the thing was with the Golden Globes, it's not like the Golden Globes are perfect or anything, but once they didn't even nominate it for Best Musical or Comedy, oh, that showed
Yeah,
me. That
that
showed me
was
how they're going to do Color Purple. So, mm,
that was such a shake. But I'm gonna put it in unsure because maybe the Academy sways a
okay.
little differently, puts it in its 10. I think it's still got a light shot, but it just all the momentum
It
just
could pull a
completely
Women
died.
Talking.
Yeah,
Remember how Women Talking looked dead last year, and it snatched up that final spot. Color Purple could do it.
might be the last spot. Holdovers lock.
Oh, lock. I mean, we both know that. Lock it up.
The peasants in a sea of animated, lots of animated films,
No,
definitely not, in my opinion.
definitely not. It's over. I'm sorry, peasants. Definitely not. Super
Fairly good
Mario.
film, by the
Okay,
way,
so
but
Super.
it's just
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. Not as good as Loving Vincent, which I loved, but I did like the peasants a lot. Look, I'm real nervous with Mario still. I know some people think it won't, but after it got that Producers Guild and the
right.
Golden Globe nomination, it's the highest grossing animated film and the second highest grossing film of the year. Part of it is you have to think of Academy voters. And sometimes Academy voters just vote based on what their kids watched and what was put in front of them. And this year, that might be Mario. So I'm going to put Mario in unsure. I think it could snake that last spot. I hope not, but I think it could.
It sucks to say this, but I have Mario at like higher chances than Suzume for that last animation spot.
Yeah, I know
Uh,
it's.
It's so tough. And
I hope not.
animation, it's like, what if they do go the Disney route and they go Wish? I don't know. I mean,
Oh God, and they could. It could have like, oh God, yeah, we'll see. But look, I didn't hate Mario. I also didn't, necessarily like Mario all that much. I respect it for doing box office like it did, but man, I hope it does not take out, all Nimona, Suzume, and TMNT. Like, come on now.
Right? It can't take those out. Come on now.
Oh, I'll be mad.
Taste of
So what is
things.
that? Taste of things?
Hmm.
I'm gonna put in likely. I think the taste of things, it's gotten some buzz and maybe they'll give France a consolation prize since they're stupid and didn't nominate Anatomy of a Fall. Maybe they'll
Yeah.
put
What the
the
hell?
taste of things in anyway. They'll say,
Yeah.
"Here, we'll put it in. We'll put it in for you since you made the wrong choice with Anatomy of a Fall." But taste of things, which I also thought, Juliette Binoche, everyone loves her. We all adore her, and she's very good in the film. So I'll say likely.
Yeah, I think I'm going for likely on that one too. It's just been getting a lot of steam lately, and I feel like out of the international lineup, that's like one of a few that's been getting a lot of buzz and talk. What about the Teachers Lounge? This was one I checked out fairly later, but I really liked, but I'm not seeing like any buzz for it at all. I don't know if you've seen any buzz.
Yeah. I feel the same as you. I feel like early on it was kind of getting some hype and it got on like the National Board of Review nomination list, but then after that, nothing. So I think there's still a shot, but I'm gonna put in unsure. I think it could get in, but it doesn't have much talk.
Not much steam. Yeah, I'm going unlikely. I just don't think it's got
That's a
anything
shame.
going for it. Zone of interest, I'm locking it for both. I think
Oh,
best pick and international.
all right. For me, I'm gonna do Zone of Interest likely for Best Picture because I do think it's on the lower edge of the 10 for Best Picture, and then a
Okay.
lock for. It's definitely a lock for international. I mean, come on, I feel like it's kind of a lock to win that, but
Yeah,
maybe
I think it's
so. That's
winning.
it.
Yeah, I think it's winning. I was like, yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that winning it out.
yeah.
Timothy Chalamet for Wonka.
I was like, not me. I cannot see these people. I'm like, who is that? And that's one of my boo things, Timothy. And I still was like, who is this? Is that the
Poor
Zionist I
Larry,
see on my screen? Um,
the set designer.
Timothy, look, I'm glad he got the Golden Globe. I'm happy for him, but it's definitely not. Sorry, Timmy, it's not happening.
Yeah, Wonka was fun too. It was so whimsical and light and fun. Not happening.
No.
How's about Totem for
Hold on.
international?
I'm so happy that the Denver Film Festival, let me just say that for some of their big lineup this year was a little bit shaky, I'll say that. But their international lineup was actually really strong. So that's
Really
where I
good.
saw Totem was the final day of the Denver Film Festival. It's really nice and it actually had a lot of hype, but that's also died down a little bit. I currently have it at like 6th on my list. So I'm going to put it in unsure because I think it's right in that like it could get number 5 or it could be left off.
Yeah, I'm unsure as well. Again, not tracking international that well. Trace
Yeah.
Lissette, wish she could get something, but it just seems like nothing's happening there. Hate to say definitely
Yeah.
not, but
I think
there I am.
I think we could do it for both of them. Trace and is that Viola?
Hmm.
Unfortunately, they're both and definitely not for me. It's a no. Neither
Yeah,
one is getting in.
it's definitely not for air. Like it's air ain't getting
Yeah.
nothing. Maybe screenplay,
Blank.
maybe
Maybe screenplay. Maybe.
Willem Dafoe.
Ooh.
Unsure. I'm unsure on him because it's just splitting between him and Mark, and he got the SAG, and I'm like, okay, could they go Dafoe? I don't know, but I feel like they're not gonna go both. I don't think both of them are getting in.
Oh, I hope not. Look, y'all, don't play. Don't nominate both of them. Like, let's just be honest. I think it's an unsure as well. I think he's in the battle. I think they could nominate both. I won't put it past the Academy to do that. I don't think they should, but they could. So I think he's still fighting for that last spot. Unsure. Wish.
Wish.
I'm gonna put Wish in
Ooh.
unlikely.
Okay, because I was
I'm gonna, yeah.
I was
I
thinking
still
the
think it has a
same.
shot. Again, I think it has a shot to get in, y'all. It had that Golden Globe. It got into Critics' Choice. Like what in the world? It got nominations, but I just don't know if they're gonna do it. Like, come on now.
Yeah, and then I'm putting Yorgos Lock.
Oh, so you don't think the BAFTAs didn't shake you with your ghost, huh?
Nah,
No,
I
I
think he
agree
makes it
with
in
you.
the four things.
I think he's a lock. Yorgos is in.
And then Zach,
Oh,
hate to say it, but not happening.
yeah, we tried. We tried. The internet did all we could, but he is not getting in. It has amounted to literally no nominations, and we have been screaming from the
Nothing.
rooftops about Zac Efron, but he's not getting in. Iron Claw, I fear, is gonna get blanked tomorrow morning. I don't think it's getting anything, y'all.
I think it's absolutely done for Iron Claw already. There's just nothing. It's gotten absolutely nothing. Barely even any. I mean, besides us talking about it, there hasn't been any nominations for that. Zero. Zilch.
A24 just they I don't know what their plan was really. They didn't really market Ironclaw until they saw it getting buzz, and then they kind of let Past Lives slip a little bit recently. So I think they didn't really know what to do. I'm hoping it doesn't cost them Past Lives getting in everywhere it should. I'm a little bit nervous for that, but I think uh, yeah, they really let down Tyler, she's getting in. Diane Warren, if we were to do
Yeah,
original song, that damn Flamin' Hot Cheeto song is in.
she's
I
getting
about
in.
died when
Yeah.
that made it in over Peaches to the short list, and I about died. Like I was like, oh, here come old Diane Warren again, coming
Coming
to steal
in.
a nomination from another movie. Like,
She
what are we
always coming
doing?
in, man.
Has in another year where she has zero chance of winning. That Flamin' Hot Cheeto song has no chance to win, but she gonna get nominated for sure.
Oh, you already know. She's making it in just like she always does. I'm like, man, how the
Oh my
hell
god.
is she always on the list?
Low key, I was
Hell,
like, they gave her that honorary Oscar and she still ain't going away. She is still here. Diane
still
Warren, she
swinging.
said, no, no, no. I'm still waiting for my competitive Oscar. I'll be showing up again.
G. Kobe said, I'll take that Hunger Games Olivia Rodrigo over Diane.
Oh, all right.
It was a good little song,
Mm-mm,
that Hunger Games, man.
mm-mm.
Decent little film.
I know. Oh,
All right.
okay.
All right, y'all. We got our list. We got our final nominations locked in for the big categories. And yeah, it seems like there could be some swings because we've got quite a few in the unsure. We've got both got a couple
Now,
roles in unsure, and it's like, ooh, don't know which
there's
way
a
it could
lot.
swing this year.
There's only a few categories where I feel confident pretty much top to bottom. There's a lot of categories where I feel confident on the top end, but most of the categories I think still have a couple spots that are up for grabs. We got the screenplays. I think a lot of those are still up for grabs after they shook us all and switched
Mhm.
Barbie from original to adapted. They straight up told Barbie, "Nah,
Woo!
bish, you going in adapted."
That was nuts. Like, actually, you thought.
You thought, oh my,
Oh
I mean,
shit.
we were all shook. We were like, really? But there's gonna be a lot. And then of course there's the categories that none of us have any predictions for. The shorts. None of us have seen the shorts.
I sure have. I
I'll
haven't seen
watch them when the
one.
nominations come out, but I don't know anything about them. I'm sorry. But it's a we'll see. Depending on what they do tomorrow morning, it could be a good list. Eric, I know you're hyped because Oppenheimer is leading the pack. I just look. Call me what you will. Any year that's like the white, the old white man movies are dominating,
Oh,
I get a little bit bored. No matter how good the old white man movies are, Oppenheimer's very good. It was in my top 20 of the year. I really
very good
liked
film.
it. Oppenheimer's very good, but it didn't excite me personally, the way that other films did this year. So, I've already resigned myself. I know Oppenheimer's going to win Best Picture, and I know it's going to win Best Director. It's over. Those two
Yeah,
categories are done.
that's a lock basically. If it shocks us and it's like holdovers or something, it's like whoa, that's gonna be a big shock. But I think, especially after EAO was kind of like an unforeseen. I think they'll go back
Yeah,
to a typical year and wrap it up with
and
Oppenheimer. Nothing wrong with Oppenheimer, by the way.
I'm not
I
mad about it.
also
No.
am not quite a favor. Like it wasn't one of my favorite. It wasn't on my top 10, but it made it in my top 20, and it was a very well made film. And if it wins Best Picture, it deserves it. But
Yeah,
eh,
it's not like last year where, it was exciting because it was my film. We all get those years. Eric was mad last year. Eric was mad last year and he's happy this year. Last year I was hyped. This year I'm not mad. I'm just a little bored. I'm just like, okay, this is fine. And like Leo said, Oppenheimer is a really good best picture winner. I'm not
mhm.
going to be mad at this year. Like, come on now. I'm just not as excited as I've maybe been in years past. And you know what? Maybe something happens. Maybe a coda sneaks up because remember, we were all bored as
Mm,
hell when we thought that power of a dog was sweeping and Coda
we
ran up and
thought
said "Broop," and snatched it. We thought it was sweeping, y'all, and it did not sweep. But
nope.
look, I don't want killers to get blanked simply because of Lily Gladstone. Outside of Lily, I'm not gonna be mad if Killers of the Flower Moon gets a million nominations and go home empty-handed. But I want it to win one personally.
So here's what we mean, Eric
No,
Thorne. If we're talking about the
and we're
best
not talking
picture
about
winner,
Nolan.
yeah, we're talking about the best picture. Oppenheimer is like
Yeah.
going to win. Like essentially with EAO, with Coda, those were two movies that surprised. I mean, we a lot of people, especially EAO at the beginning, did not foresee that winning. Coda for sure, a lot of people didn't foresee winning, but we all have foreseen Oppenheimer winning since damn near since after it came out. So in terms of like a
Yeah.
typical year, what we mean is the best picture winner being basically a lock after it comes out.
And
Because
Nolan, I said this on another podcast too. Like this I'm separating picture and director for me because Nolan is gonna be a great win. I think we've
oh yeah.
all loved Nolan for decades at this point. You know what I mean? Like it's been decades and they never gave him his due, whether it was Inception, whether it was the Dark Knight films,
And what a
nothing. None
sub.
of the he was getting nominated for like Dunkirk for picture, but not for director. So it's like, no, Nolan is one of those directors that's kind of overdue for the award, in all honesty.
What was
So
his
I'll
one
be happy to
director,
see Nolan win.
Inception? Because he's got that one, or was it Intercept?
Yeah,
No, it
he
was
has
Inception, huh?
one. I think it was Inception. Yeah, like Interstellar didn't get nothing, which
Nothing.
I'm not mad about. But oh, it was
Dang.
Dunkirk. Okay, so Dunkirk he got director, but like Inception, no director nod. So no, Nolan is one of those directors that is a perfect bridge, I think. He's been a bridge, kind of like Steven Spielberg has been for his career between blockbuster and like auteur filmmaking. That's
Mhm.
Nolan of this generation. He makes blockbusters, but he makes like auteur, crafty kind of
Yeah, kind of
blockbusters.
like
So,
unique stuff that brings a lot of people in, but it's very
yeah,
unique. It's very different. It's very auteur, like you said, artistic. It's
yeah.
different, and I actually love Nolan's filmography. So seeing him win, I
Mhm.
absolutely think is deserved. To the fact that he got 8 Golden Globe nominations, this is first. Like that's ridiculous. If you ask me, I'm like, okay, that's ridiculous. And then he only has one Academy Director nom. What a weird series of events
Yeah.
that was. He also
He's
got
overdue.
nominated for screenplay for Memento and
Yeah.
for Inception, right?
Yeah,
I,
Inception.
I I just hate that he gets snubbed over and over in every
No.
category. Give him this director one. Give it to him,
If
guys.
you're a film fan, you're gonna be hyped that Nolan finally won for Best Director. It's just picture that I'm kind of like,
Absolutely.
okay, like I'm happy. I'm fine with. I liked Oppenheimer enough. It's not like it's a Green Book. Like it's nothing like that where I'm like, oh hell no, this is a horrible Best Picture. But
That and I'm sorry, Nomadland. I was just like, ugh.
oh.
Those two,
See, like,
they
yeah, I prefer Oppenheimer above Nomadland. It's just, over the last few years, maybe we gotten a little spoiled with like Parasite popping out the woodwork to win and EEAAO. For those of us like that, we're like, okay, we're getting spoiled a little bit with the outside the box picks. But honestly, I'll prefer Oppenheimer to take it over Killers of the Flower Moon. If it's got to be the
oh
two
yeah.
old school kind of old, typical Oscar winning movies, I'm picking
It's gotta
Oppenheimer
go
10 times
Oppenheimer.
out of
Yeah.
10.
Same. Go Oppenheimer. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Both of us will actually be streaming tomorrow with these crazy Oscars. Larry, let the people know where they can find you and what's coming up on your channel along with the Oscars reaction.
Yes. So you can find me over at ChillyBoy Productions. I will be going live bright and early, about 10 minutes, I think, before the nomination ceremony begins. I'm going to hit that live button and we're going to talk about maybe predictions, but what I hope's happening, what I don't hope's happening. And like I mentioned throughout the stream, you can expect some animated reactions, I think, tomorrow because Academy. Other than that, I am going to. There's not much. January is dry, y'all. Dry. But Best Picture lineup, not ranking should be coming. I got. Ooh, what is that dark movie? The animated DreamWorks movie. I think I'm gonna do a reaction to that and.
Ryan in the Dark.
Yeah, Ryan of the Dark. I'm gonna do a reaction. I think if it doesn't deserve a reaction, I might can that. But there will be a review for that next Monday, so be watching.
He said I might can that shit if it don't deserve. I feel that because I will be checking that one out as well. And then not tomorrow, but the next day. Let me double check my dates, guys. But this week I will be dropping a review for Mr. and Mrs. Smith, as well as a news video a little later tonight. So be on the lookout for that with some goodies, some nice little stories from over the last couple of days, y'all. And an interesting one about Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania be getting on them Razzies. Guys, we've got a lot coming up on Geekly Goods, as well as the reactions tomorrow live. And like Larry, I know there's going to be some mess. I know I'm going to have a very upsetting. I already know Fantasia not making it in going to make me upset. I got a few others. Mario Brothers might end up in that damn animated. I'm going to be upset about that. I just already know. I'm
getting
preparing
snubbed.
I'm ready. I'm preparing myself. But guys, thank y'all so much for coming out tonight. And be sure to sub to Larry over on ChillyBoy YT, ChillyBoy Productions, guys. Head on over there and y'all come on back same time, same place. And we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.